Laura noticed something strange while riding in the car. To her surprise, the driver had been replaced by a bald man. He put on a mask and took out a spray bottle. Then he sprayed it toward them. Laura didn't dare move. The man ignored her completely. She was about to quietly open the door and escape, but in the next moment, everyone suddenly passed out. When they woke up, they found themselves locked in a dark basement. The three of them had no idea what had happened, nor did they understand the man's intentions. Suddenly, there was a noise at the door. The man walked in carrying a chair. Before sitting down, he carefully wiped it clean with a cloth. He was neatly dressed and seemed to have obsessive cleanliness habits. Ruth was terrified and screamed, struggling to break free. She managed to break free from the man's hold but ended up wetting herself. A few seconds later, she was dragged back. The man angrily left the room. It turned out Ruth had wet herself out of fear. Laura's plan had worked. While they were discussing how to escape, but suddenly they heard a woman's voice at the door. It sounded like she was talking to the kidnapper. The girls quickly shouted for help. The door suddenly opened. To their shock, the kidnapper came in. He was wearing women's clothes. With a shy expression, he said he would protect them. Then he left the room. It turned out the man was severely mentally ill. He had 23 different personalities inside him. Some were men, and some were even children. They were controlled by a main personality named Flandra, who decided when each one appeared. The kidnapper Dennis was his dark personality. Flandra was a fashion designer and often saw a psychiatrist. He knew his other personalities often caused trouble. He tried to suppress the dangerous ones. That night, Laura was woken up by a noise. She saw the man change into sportswear and sit by the door like a schoolboy. Laura realized he wasn't just someone with dual personalities. He had multiple personalities. She asked the man how old he was. He said 9. Laura tried to convince him to help her escape, but the little boy said he was scared and refused. Then he ran away. From the boy, Laura learned that the house was newly built. It wasn't finished yet and might have some weak spots. They quickly checked the room, tapping every corner. Jenny discovered a hollow spot in the ceiling. She used her high heel to make a hole, but there was a metal grate above it. At that moment, the boy returned. The girls pushed hard to keep the door closed, not letting him in. Jenny kept tapping and finally opened the metal grate.